Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Brave Kids Art Club. My name is Brad and I hope you are having a wonderful day. I know I am because you are now here to draw with me. So, are you guys ready to get drawing? Awesome, okay, well cool. Well, we have a really fun animal to draw today and it's actually a duck. I know I never give it to you right away, but it's a duck. And the reason why I'm telling you is because I'm not telling you which kind of duck we're drawing. Let me give you a few hints, so let's see if you can figure that out. This particular duck can fly up to 55 miles per hour. It's really fast. It has a strip of blue feathers on its wings, and it's the most common kind of duck here in North America. Did you guess which kind of duck it is? That's right, we're drawing a mallard. Mallards have some really cool markings and colors, but that's only true for the male mallards or the guy mallards. The girls are just like a brownish tan color and don't have those crazy colors, except for the blue on their wing. So we're gonna do the male mallard because it's gonna be a whole lot more fun to draw and color. So hopefully you're excited to do that. Let's make sure we have everything we need to get started. All right, make sure you have a nice clean sheet of paper. We're gonna need a sharpened pencil with an eraser of some kind because we have a pencil to do a bunch of sketching, some loose sketching. So we're gonna make mistakes, we're gonna need to do some erasing. Also, after we're done with the sketching, we're gonna do an outline with either a dark pen or a marker. And at the very end, of course, we're gonna get to do some coloring, which I'm really excited for. So let's start with our sketch. We're gonna start with a football shape. If you know the shape of a football, it looks something like this. We're gonna go like this. Let's do, I gotta leave a little bit of room here. It's gonna look like this. We're gonna do it kind of crooked. We're not gonna do it straight. We're gonna go like this. Kind of that football shape like that. So let's try to put the head up here and we'll see if we have enough room. All right, so I'm gonna put the head of my duck maybe right over here. I'll scoot it back a little bit. So I'm gonna draw a circle right up here. And then I'm gonna follow the back side of that. Now it's kind of messy, that's okay. Follow the back side and kind of curve, do like a little S shape. So if you see, I'll do an S. And then have it come right back here. And then we're just gonna go down like this. And then we're gonna bring it down. We're gonna make we're gonna make the chest of our duck look like this. We're gonna go out. We're gonna kind of miss the football shape that we're doing, and that's all right, because we're gonna catch up with it down here. Does that make sense? So we're gonna have this go down, and we're gonna catch up with the bottom of our football right down there. So then we kind of have this curved chest area for our duck. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'll erase some of that stuff on the inside so we're not confused as to what we are going to be drawing. Even here on the head, I'm going to erase all these little lines in the middle. We don't need all those. So let's see, what do we have next? Let's make the beak. How about that? We'll see if we can fit that in here. So we're going to start from the top here and go down. Go down, down, down. And then we're just going to kind of do a little curve right here. And then from right about here, we're going to kind of match it up. We're going to do another curve and kind of match it up there. And you can round that off if you'd like. Now the body is starting to look a little small, so I'm going to make sure to enlarge that a little bit when I start working on it. So let's make sure we have the feet down and then we'll see if this all fits in here, and then we can do some more detail work. That'll always be the last thing you really want to work on because you want to make sure everything fits. So let's draw a few lines here. We're going to make the duck's feet. We're going to draw the legs back here. Okay, and then I'm just going to draw kind of like a line right here and a line a little bit further apart right here. And that's just going to be their feet. Now their feet look a little bit different. Looks like they have like 3 toes and they're webbed, you know, because that's how they swim so well. But we're going to simplify this a little bit and just make it a little easier on ourselves to draw, which is perfectly fine to do. Doesn't have to be exact, and you can kind of draw these however you'd like. That's the best part about drawing, is you get to make it how you want it to look. All right, so to make this a little bit bigger and a little bit more accurate, we're gonna kind of add some detail to how the feathers sit. We're gonna do the little tail feathers and all that fun stuff. So let's start with the body here. It's gonna go up, and we're gonna kind of go down a little bit and give it a little bit of a curve at the end. So you can't really see it with these other lines here. Let me erase some of those other lines for you. See that? Kind of flicks back. And then we're going to do a little curve shape, and we'll kind of bring it up here like this. And their wings are really cool, not just because they're colorful, but also they're waterproof. It's pretty cool, huh? They spend a lot of time in water. That's where you find mallards, in wetlands. So anytime you find bodies of water, there's a good chance you're going to find a mallard there, especially in North America. They're all over the world, but especially in North America, there's millions of these. Now I'm going to draw another line right here. We're going to add another little feather. This is going to be their tail feather. Kind of sneaking out right here. So what I'm thinking about doing is this. I say we start right here. We're going to just copy this, follow this same line right up here from the main part of our duck. And go all the way up here, and then we're just going to kind of go bring it down over here. Kind of curve it in and meet the curves of the chest right here. All right, and then we're going to do another line that's going to kind of follow this one and meet up with there. So we're adding this here because you want to be able to see that blue streak. You typically don't see it too much when they're standing up. Sometimes you do, but mostly when they're flying is when you see it, when they spread their feathers out, their wings out. So we're just going to do it like this. We're going to make it so we can see it because it's such a cool little piece on our mallard. So I'm going to draw a couple lines here and maybe a couple lines right here. And this part's going to be blue. On the neck, they have a little collar. We say it looks like a collar because it's like a white little band that goes across, a white stripe that goes across there. So I'm actually going to leave that. I'm not going to color that in at all. And for the top of their head, above that band is a beautiful iridescent green, meaning it's like that shiny green. It's really, really cool. It looks like it kind of changes colors when you move around it. Let's add the eyes now. How about that? Got to add a big eye right there. And we're going to draw a big pupil for having a big, friendly duck. And if we want to add a little bit more detail here on the beak, we can do this. You kind of go in a little bit, come back, and then go in the face a little bit more like that. And that's the cool thing about what we're doing here. We're drawing, and you can add whatever you'd like. If like this little piece right there, if you want to add that bit right underneath, you can do that too, just to show that it has a beak that opens. You can show like kind of the mouth right there. You can make it smiling. So I actually might bring the top of this down even more. I might even bring it a little bit lower. I don't think they have really big beaks, but they have big, bright yellow beaks that are cool. I'm gonna pick up my marker. There we go. And we'll have it round off at the bottom there. Well, I like how this is turning out. This is looking really cool. So let me jump in now with my marker so I can outline everything. So let's start maybe with the main body here. So why do you think the male mallards or the boy mallards look so different from the girl mallards? Well, it happens a lot in the animal world, a lot. And it's most of the time what it has to do with is how they get each other's attention. So if the male animal, in this case the male mallard, wants to get the attention of a female mallard, they have to do little things to get their attention, and usually they display their beautiful colors or they dance. Some animals dance. Some of them make really funky noises. They do all sorts of different things to get the attention of the female. And a lot of times that's in the form of their colors or their markings on them. So for mallards, they have these beautiful, beautiful colors, and I'm pretty sure that's to get the attention of the female ducks. Okay, I'm going to add this right there. Oh, you know what we didn't do? We didn't add the little nostril right there on the top of the beak. There we go. I'm going to add a little line there. Perfect. Maybe I wish I would have made him smile a little more. Maybe you can make yours smile. You can move that beak back right there. Make him smile. That'd be kind of fun. There you go. Have you seen a mallard fly? It is the coolest looking thing. I think it's because it looks so natural. They fly so fast. It looks like their body was perfectly made to fly, which I know that sounds weird because so many birds fly. But for the mallard, the way they fly just seems like they're so fast. They're so fast. I'm excited with how this is turning out right now. All right, let's do this. Let's try that tail feather there. When a mallard eats, it'll actually stick its head straight under the water and its little bum will stick straight up in the air. So you'll see the little tail feathers and the little feet, and then it'll go down and it'll be eating insects that are in the water. When they get older, sometimes they'll eat plants, but most of the times, their whole life, they're gonna be eating insects, and that's how they do it. So if you ever see them going under the water with their bum up in the air, that's them eating. All right, so let's draw that other line here. I'm gonna start from up here actually, because it's easier for me to see. My hand doesn't get in the way. Draw our little lines here. There we go. Let's draw those feet. How's yours turning out? Are you having fun at least? Awesome. I'm sure you guys are doing a great job too. Don't be too hard on yourself if you're not happy with how it looks. This is not the first time I'm drawing this. Did you know that? All these animals, I actually drew them before. I'm not just drawing them only today and being like, I'm really, really good at drawing these animals, even though I've never practiced at all. I've practiced. I've seen these animals and I practiced drawing them in a way that I like to draw them in a way that's easy for you guys to follow along. And yeah, so I do have a lot of practice. So don't feel bad if you're ever feeling like, I can't get it to look exactly like that. Because one, it shouldn't look exactly like mine. You're doing you draw differently than I do, and that's perfectly fine. Or you like to add different things to your drawings that are unique to you, and that's very, very cool. Also, I've had lots of practice, and you haven't practiced on this animal. I've seen a ton of your artwork that you guys have sent in, and you guys are really, really good at this. So I'm assuming you guys are doing a fantastic job. And if you want to keep sending in your artwork, especially this mallard here, if you want to share it with me, I would absolutely love to see it. And the way that you can do that is just go on Instagram and have your parents tag us at Brave Kids Art Club when they just share your work on there, or they can reach out to us on email. All right, well, I think I have all my details on here. Oh wait, maybe add a little line right here in the wing. Maybe here in the middle. We'll add a little line right there. And maybe a little line right over here. Just to add a few little details. Maybe you want to show that these have feathers. It looks so smooth on the duck that it almost feels like there's no feathers on there, but they are. And like I said, they're waterproof. So I'm actually going to do this just little lines every so often to kind of show that, yep, this thing has feathers on it. There we go. I'll maybe draw one more right here. Alrighty, I think I'm ready to go and erase all my sketch. If you need to take a moment and just pause and catch up, go ahead and do that. But I'm going to erase this and I'm going to jump right into coloring. If you want to see what colors I'm going to be using, you can wait until after, or you can just go online and have your parents help you find a picture of a mallard, or maybe even look outside. There's probably a mallard out there. But we'll catch up right after we're done coloring. All right, my mallard is finished. I love it. I love how the blue just pops there on the wing, and it pops probably even brighter in real life. They're really, really cool looking. But I'm really happy with how it turned out. Did you figure out a name for your mallard yet? I don't think I even thought of a name for mine. Maybe I'll call mine Mike. This is Mike the Mallard. I like that name. Hopefully you're giving yours a name. Hopefully you're excited with how yours turned out. This has been so much fun. Thank you guys for drawing with me today. If you're proud of what you made, which you should be, make sure that you sign your name on there. I'm very proud of what I made. I want people to know that this is my mallard. Well, thank you guys so much for drawing with me today. Please subscribe to the channel. We do this every single day, Monday through Friday. So the only time off we take is the weekends. That's the time for you to be creative and go explore the great outdoors. But every day of the week we are here. So please subscribe. And if you enjoy these videos, please give them likes. That helps me continue to do what I'm doing here. And it is so much fun doing it with you. So Thank you. Make sure that you always remember to be brave, be creative, but most importantly, be what? That's right, be you. Alrighty, we'll see you guys next time.